the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Tonight on DC News Now at 10, finding new, better ways to keep students safe. We're live in Prince William County, Virginia. The progress the school district's made and the work ahead to improve students' mental and physical health. Plus,
we have to think about everything that touches our young people.
DC is coming off an abysmal year for youth violence, and now the juvenile justice system is under serious scrutiny. We're live in Northeast with a call for accountability from the community.
also, if you build it, they will come. We'll take you to Prince George's County, where they're moving forward with a $400 million project to build a new entertainment and sports facility.
And we're still dealing with some rain showers outside our window right now in places. Otherwise, it is going to be a foggy night for some, and the winds, well, they'll be picking up too. I'll break it down for you coming up.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz. In our top story tonight, Virginia's second largest school district is working to make sure the risks to student safety are as low as possible.
And now Prince William County is discussing past safety efforts and potential reforms in the near future. Our Max Marcilla is live tonight from the Prince William County Public School headquarters. And Max, the county says it's made progress, but more needs to be done.
Right, well, we first told you last week about one of the more visible safety proposals that would be to install screening sensors at the entrance of middle and high schools here in the county. Tonight, that plan was pitched to a wider group, and for the first time, you're about to hear from Prince William County's police chief on his thoughts of the idea. Prince William County decision makers said Wednesday night they're focusing on the mental and physical health of students and staff in the school system, something they say has benefited from expanded staffing of security assistants and school resource officers. But there are some worries, especially as 2 guns have already been recovered at county schools this year.
I think that's scary to know that we have 2 guns in our school. I think what's more scary is we don't know how many guns are actually in our schools.
Because of that, Police Chief Peter Newsham endorsed a plan presented to the full group, first brought up by Superintendent Latanya McDade after a 6-year-old shot their teacher in Newport News earlier this year. These are magnetometers in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools in North Carolina, which is not quite the same thing as a metal detector. PWCPS officials went down south to check them out and seem interested in implementing them here.
We know it's necessary, we know it's needed, and we've been hearing from, families, from parents that are saying, that they welcome this, right?
Before they would, the district announced it's going to gauge interest from families. That could come as soon as next month with in-person demos.
That will really inform what we will do by scale.
The school division stresses these are different from metal detectors because everyone can walk through without taking out everyday items. Elected officials, they watched intently as a tutorial video was shown. Laptops, phones, keys, belts, none of those raise an alarm, but things like guns, gun parts, or knives do. And then after that meeting wrapped up, we got a chance to speak one-on-one with Prince William County's police chief. He says he thinks it's a good idea because the 2 guns that were recovered are too many, hoping that these security sensors could crack down on that. And he also talked about the importance of school resource officers, thanked the board for their commitment. You'll hear more from the police chief and another school board member on the idea tomorrow morning on DC News Now. Reporting live from Prince William County, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Max, thank you. Also developing now in Virginia, the Newport News School Board voted to fire the superintendent of the school district, George Parker III. It comes after 3 shootings on Newport News school grounds over the past 18 months. The most recent one, a 6-year-old student shot his teacher despite multiple warnings that he had a gun. Abigail Zorner, that elementary school teacher shot in Newport News, Virginia, plans to sue the school district. That's according to her lawyer today. Haley Millen with our sister station Norfolk has the latest on the investigation.
Thank God Abby is alive, but had the school administrators acted in the interest of their teachers and their students, Abby would not have sustained a gunshot wound to the chest. a bullet that remains dangerously inside her body.
Zwerner facing a long road to recovery. This morning, Virginia Beach-based attorney Diane Toscano announcing plans to sue the school board over Rich Neck administrators' failure to act on 3 different warnings. The statements corroborating what Police Chief Steve Drew told us after the shooting, that at least one school administrator was aware of the threat. Toscano says the warnings began after 11 a.m.
Abby went to a school administrator, as was protocol, to tell them that the 6-year-old had threatened to beat up another child.
She says the administrator did nothing. Then around 12:30, a teacher told an administrator that she believed the boy had a gun and that she had searched the boy's backpack but suspected he had put it in his pocket before going to recess.
The administrator downplayed the report from the teacher and the possibility of a gun, saying, and I quote, "Well, he has little pockets."
After recess, a student allegedly told a teacher that the 6-year-old had showed him the gun and threatened to shoot him if he told anyone. After that, Toscano says another teacher asked to search the boy, but his request was denied.
He was told to wait the situation out because the school day was almost over. Tragically, almost an hour later, violence struck Rich Neck Elementary School. Abby Zwerner was shot in front of those horrified kids, and this school and community are living the nightmare.
Yeah, just disturbing details. Haley Millen reporting for us. Meanwhile, first checking the forecast, kind of a crummy evening outside, drizzly and a bit foggy as well.
Yeah, meteorologist Scott Sumner is in for Chief Meteorologist Nessa Webb. And Scott, winds are picking up.
Yeah, absolutely. The winds are going to be picking up overnight tonight. And if you missed any of my forecasts tonight, I want to show you just a little quick recap of snow accumulation. We were pretty good here in the Weather Center predicting what the snow amounts would be. Yes, there were a few higher numbers, but overall we were saying 2 to 4 inches, and that's what we did see. But I did want to place some of the higher numbers here just to give you an idea. Kaiser did get up to 6.5 inches. Old Town, West Virginia, 5.2 inches. LaVale, Maryland, 5.8 inches. And Grantsville, Maryland, at 4.5 inches. Vienna, only a trace worth of snow. A little more snow for Garrett County only. There it is. That is for upslope snows. The storm itself will continue to pull away overnight tonight, and it's really snow behind the system that's going to impact the one county here. That's going to run, like I showed you, from 4 a.m. Thursday to 4 a.m. Friday. So, yes, certainly be on the lookout for that. And in addition to the snows up in Garrett County, you're also under a wind advisory, 1 a.m. tonight after the midnight hour to 1 p.m. on your Thursday. So a lot going on here in the weather department. But as you can see, the rain showers are pulling away from the area. They're hugging the coast, obviously, the longest. They will continue to do so over the next 2 to 3 hours or so. But by 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, a lot of this rain activity should be over with, or certainly dwindling out there. So the school bus forecast for tomorrow is as follows. Breakdown 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, and then 5 p.m. Okay, so if you're arriving a little later at school, about 38 to 41 degrees or so, and going home a little later, about 43. But again, it should be a dry day, but a windy one at that.
All right, Scott, all new tonight. Nearly 400 juveniles were arrested for violent crimes in the district last year. Sadly, 16 kids shot and killed.
Yeah, the alarming numbers have people demanding accountability and asking, is the juvenile justice system really working? Our Meryl Carbone is live from the Lamont Riggs Public Library tonight, where the Attorney General is answering that question. And Marielle, AG Brian Schwab says we have a challenge going on right now in our city.
That's right, Tasmin. That's what he is saying here tonight. He says that there are just too many young people being the victims of or involved in crime. Now, tonight's town hall, it focused on that crime, but also on how the system is responding. Within the first few weeks of the new year, multiple kids were shot, and some of the shooters were also children.
We're in a new generation.
But Youth Mayor Lourdes Robinson, who is just 16 herself, says kids are trying hard to change the narrative.
I think that youth are really taking initiative and stepping up to the plate when it comes to make better of their life or trying to change their environments.
Still, she says it's a different world, and crime affecting this generation of kids needs to be looked at differently.
You know, just being a positive role model and support can really help.
Police say juvenile crime is rising. The number of kids shot in D.C. in 2022 is roughly double that of 2021.
We have a challenge in our city.
Attorney General Brian Schwab's office handles the prosecution of juveniles. He says when it comes to kids, the goal is twofold: ensuring public safety and rehabilitating the kids.
These young people are not going to be locked up forever. And so we have to do whatever we can to help make sure that whatever we do with these young people, we try and help them make better decisions in the future.
Seema Gashwani is special counsel for juvenile justice reform in the AG's office. She says oftentimes the longer the child is in the system, the worse their outcome.
Long term, young people who penetrate through the justice system are less likely to get a job, to even get married.
Which is why accountability for kids who commit crimes often focuses around services.
We have to think about education. We have to think about housing. We have to think about everything that touches our young people.
And the district is investing $115 million this year in crime prevention and intervention. That money, Chris and Thusmin, it is separate from any funding for MPD. Reporting live in Northeast D.C. tonight, I'm Ariel Carbone, D.C. News Now.
Well, the Frederick County Sheriff's Office is warning people be on the lookout for crooks targeting farms. This comes after a string of burglaries in the county. Take a look here at your screen. Deputies say the thieves have been involved in several burglaries since late December. Sheriff's Office says they're pretending they want to buy eggs or even farm animals. Investigators also believe they're operating in other Maryland counties. If you know anything that can help crack this case, call the Frederick County Sheriff's Office.
And new details tonight as people are excited about new sports and entertainment destination coming to Prince George's County. Today, the county executive secured $400 million to go towards the project. Our Yamari Sase spoke to people at Largo Town Center about what the plan means for an area that hasn't seen development in years.
An economic game changer. That's how leaders are describing this new sports and entertainment development coming to Prince George's County. And several people who live along the Blue Line say it's definitely needed, but they do have some mixed feelings.
Well, where I am, there's not really much to do around here.
But that will change soon, as County Executive Angela Also Brooks works to develop the Blue Line Corridor project.
By adding an amphitheater, a youth sports field house, library, and cultural center, and other infrastructure improvements, Blue Line Corridor will be the region's next big destination, and Prince Georgians will have a wonderful new set of amenities to enjoy in their own backyard.
It's been talked about for a while, and now funding for the process is moving forward. On Wednesday morning, the State Board of Public Works approved $400 million in bonding authority to bring more entertainment along the Blue Line Corridor.
Right now, our county is in a unique position. Our intention is to be the economic engine of the state as well as the region. We are fully invested in establishing a world-class sports, entertainment, and cultural destination that draws people from all over.
For those who live along the Blue Line, which includes Capitol Heights, Morgan Boulevard, Largo Town Center, and more, it's great news.
I think it's a good idea, you know, to get some of these young kids off the street. You know, I'm young myself, but just give them something to do. You get what I'm saying?
Especially for those involved in youth sports.
Actually, I'm glad that's coming here because this place is kind of boring. I like going to recs and stuff, play basketball and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm an athlete myself, so that'd be something I'll look up to.
But there are also concerns about high traffic volume with this development.
I feel like there's also too much going on. You know, there's a lot of homes around here. They're building more condominiums up the street and stuff like that. And I feel like it may be overpopulated. You get what I'm saying?
County executive also says that the project will help preserve and expand affordable housing across the county and also fund the new cancer center in Largo and so much more. For now, reporting in Prince George's County, Maryland, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
There are new developments in a double murder mystery in South Carolina. Coming up, prosecutors today laying out their evidence, claiming disgraced attorney Alex Murdaugh killed his wife and son. The disturbing details from court just ahead.
Plus, the new plan to make a more inclusive work environment in Frederick County. We'll show you why officials say the county is on the right path, but there's still work to be done.
And a live look here at I-68 at New Germany here, and it's a little dicey out that way. There's winds that are going to be picking up there, and this is an area that picked up a lot of snow and some freezing rain, so roads are slippery. We'll talk about it coming up.